Welcome to my channel, guys. How is the Sunday going? Where I'm from is pretty cold. My name is Miss Jackie to perform. I do lifestyle vlogs and everything nice. Hope I'm clear. Hope you can see me very well. I do lifestyle vlogs and cooking and everything nice and everything in between. I hope you're not shaky. You can see me very well. So today, guys, as the title depicts, it's about money. I've been doing this series of money for quite some time, and I have a channel, playlist pertaining about money management, and it's something I'm doing oftenly. So I want you guys to, before anything else, or before we dive into the conversation about why you should pay yourself first, kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. And above all, I really want to encourage you guys to please view. I want to get monetized, and as we are discussing about money, this is part and parcel of actually, it's a job. It's my job. So I'm requesting you guys to view as much as you can. Tell a friend to subscribe to my channel, and watch as much as you can. Especially, even if you don't want to listen to you can just leave some playlists going on, and it's going to take me a long way. You'll have supported me in one way or another. So I've written notes on why you should pay yourself first, and most of the time you wonder where your money usually goes, because when it's a payday, people, most of the time when they have their income and it blows in thin air, you wonder where your money has gone, huh? Especially people who are not even in employment, self-employed people. If you're not able to account money, or you just take all your money into bills, you will never be able to pay yourself. So I'm going to share some of the ways to pay yourself first. There are like 9 of them that I've written, and it's going to assist you on actually being able to pay yourself first. Whenever you get that cheddar, when that shilling, that coin, that dollar, that euro, however you call your name, the money in your name, you'll be able to actually know how to account on yourself. And with no much further ado, let's dive into it, and we are going to discuss on the ways to pay yourself. And I've written them down so that I can't forget. So when you see me looking down, probably you know I'm checking and confirming on that point. And the first one is actually save and spend. What do I mean by saving and spending? Imagine yourself as a creditor, then you make payments to yourself or any of your account regularly, just as you do your bills. Yeah, you should actually be save and spend. That's the first point, and you have to pretend you're a creditor, and then you see creditors are usually like giving you loans so that you can be able to pay yourself. You say in a particular thing, this amount, let's say for example, out of 100%, 20% has to go to the creditor. That is saving and spending. So that is, you put aside 20% of that 100 shillings or 100%, you put aside and pretend. Actually, it's like more of like, you assume you are alone, you own yourself alone, and pay it. So you put in a certain account so that you are able to pay yourself. Because when you get the money and there are a lot of bills, it's very hard to do that. First of all, most of the time, whenever you get the money, including myself, we usually think I have bills to pay, and then end up without even paying yourself anything. So if, for example, I'm getting 10,000 per month, I pay house rent, I do shopping, I do everything to do with utility bills, and then I forget that I require to pay myself. So ninakuta out of that 10,000 that had been paid a salary, I've remained with zero, which is very possible if you don't use this tactic I'm trying to tell you of save and spend and pretend like a creditor you're paying to. Number 2, reinvest interest and dividends. This, where does it apply? This is earned from your interest investments, which include, for example, savings and credits, cooperative society, SACCOs, saving fixed deposit accounts or stocks. So most of the time when you're unafanyanga hizi mambo za stock, probably you understand what I'm saying. Reinvesting the earnings you invest will continue growing and generating more. So for example, sasa ulikuwa umepata tu pesa wapi? Kwa chama. The chama, you got money from chamas of these groups that usually go for merry-go-rounds. You can reinvest by taking them to circles, whereby maybe it can accumulate to 3 times or 4 times of your savings that you can take a loan. For example, in your chama, you're given 20,000. You can take it on a cooperative society, where probably they give you loans 3 times of it, which is like 60K. So reinvest interest and dividends of the things, and this is the earnings from those places I've told you: savings, credit, cooperatives, and actually stocks. Number 3, exploit retirement accounts. This is for people who are actually paid on salary, like they are actually in a company and they're on salary basis and pensionable. Invest on salary, the retirement accounts. You know why? Did you know that closest to get free money is actually investing on a retirement account? Because they are exempted from tax up to a certain amount. So azitaxiangwi pesa za retirement per se. So it's probably that's the reason, because about getting free money, but it's good. You see, now if you have a retirement account and just put on 10,000 per month out of the salary you're getting, or 5,000 or 2,000, accumulatively by the time you're retiring utakuwa na do, utakuwa umejilipa extra. Retirement do yako, pension ulikuwa unapewa, let's say 100,000 out of the savings. Depending on the amount you've been saving, you will find yourself will have extra cash on your account which you didn't have, which is good. So mambo na kujilipa, paying yourself first, it's considering such a step like exploiting your retirement account. Because as much as your work, you won't be in employment forever. I'm not a prophet of doom, but you won't stay employed forever, or yes, especially the people in 9-to-5 jobs. You won't stay employed forever. And if you have a privilege of having a retirement account, please do take advantage of these things I'm saying. Like your retirement account needs to be done something, so that you can actually be able to acquire some coins by the time you're coming out. Okay, exploit retirement accounts. Now these ones are for people who already are buying, or who have a lot of money, and even you anyway, if you have a lot of money and you're about to buy a house. This is number 4, make extra mortgage payments. Why am I telling you? If you have that extra money, by accelerating your mortgage payments, you are reducing your debt by cutting interest payments. While you're paying mortgages, usually have interest, and those interests maybe it's for 7 years, 10 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending with how you are doing your payment plan. And so if, for example, the mortgage is supposed to be paid 40K per month, and you have extra 30K per month. Why don't you push it in that extra? First of all, you will be paying 70,000 per month of that mortgage, and it will be having accumulatively 30,000 above. If it was supposed to be paid 40,000 per month, and now since you paid extra, you will reduce the timeline of paying the mortgage first. 2, you will have hastened your payment. 3, the accumulation of interest per month will be lesser because you'll pay faster, you'll finish the mortgage faster, and you will have acquired the house you wanted to get. Which form? And it is clearly saying this because you will reduce the number of years of paying. And I'm not rubbing it off to people who can't afford it. This is whereby you really no per month they're supposed to pay 40,000, but you have somewhere extra 30,000 or 20,000 or 10,000. Please do that thing of helping yourself pay yourself early, because you see, ukimalizana na mortgage, zitabaki, or the years you finish, the money you'll have saved, you'll have accumulated, you'll be able to pay yourself. You get. So by the time you are retiring or you're out of that employment or that job, you will not be somebody who's stranded, who doesn't have a job or doesn't have money, extra money for usage. You get? Yeah. So number 4. We're number 4. So number 5, I told you guys I wrote them so that I don't just speak out of from no head. I've really researched and really thought these things through, so I'm not just talking out of just talking. It's things that are actually practicable and they can be done. It's pretty cool, guys. You'll see me with this hood quite sometime. So number 5, save and or invest extra cash. For example, hey, this is not, I'm not doing an advertisement, but okay, let me not use any word, but the casino money, for example, Mpesapp, bank bets. I'm not advertising you guys, it's just naming for examples. And Coca-Cola, 𝐓𝐾𝐒, this current show. If you would win 1 million right now, that is like windfall money. You didn't have it. Save and invest that extra cash. You get. Especially if you don't have any debts. Zinaweza kusaidia kulipa madeni zako. You can pay debts with it if you receive it and you had an accumulated debt somewhere. But if you don't have debts with anybody, that is windfall money. That is the kind of windfall money I'm talking about. Is extra. Save and invest that extra cash. Actually, that 1 million, if you win, do something that you'll see will accumulate more money. Maybe invest in housing or a business. Now these ones, I'm getting to the places you will just have to bear with me, because I wrote this point. Is number 6. Pretend you have not paid your debts. When you want to pay yourself, usually pretend you have a deni for someone. Like I said, in a month maybe you're earning 100,000. Pretend actually out of 10% of 100,000 is 10,000. Pretend you have a debt for 10,000 somewhere, and you put that money aside. You pay yourself, so that when you start doing your bills, or you just want to actually pay stuff and all that thing, you will be able to actually have paid yourself. Do you get it? Are we together, class? Yes. Pretend you have not paid your debts, and you'll be able to help yourself out with money and pay yourself. Number 7 is actually create other sources of income. For example, you are the guy. You're a rider, you're a motorcycle rider. You can decide to be having extra income through what? Well, if you just ride people for transport, you can also be a delivery guy. You can also be, what do we call them? Escorts. Escorts in a good way. Escorting people at night with your motorbike. On the other side, maybe you're into employment, and then you can have extra income by maybe probably having farming, which is also money intensive. So create other sources of income so that you can be able to have accumulative money to do that. Number 8, how to be able to pay yourself first is avoid unnecessary purchases. Which are the unnecessary purchases? Unnecessary purchases is whereby you buy things that you don't really need it, or it's not an emergency. It varies according to your needs or how you understand your unnecessary purchases, because somebody else might be saying having breakfast cereals, it's unnecessary, and to somebody else is necessary. So unnecessary purchases will vary according to yourself, to your preferences, and what you think is unnecessary for you to have. So that is number 8, which is actually avoid unnecessary purchases. And that's it. Pretend you do not. Number 9, you pretend you do not get pay hikes. Assume even if you get pay hike, pretend you don't get pay hikes. Because if you pretend you don't get pay hikes, if your money or your budget, you'll stick to your budget. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. For example, you used to be paid 30,000 per month, and then you are hiked for your payment with like 20,000. If you were able to manage your 30,000 per month, continue managing it. Assume and pretend you were not hiked any money. The 20,000, save it for a better day or a rainy day, so that you don't misuse your money. So that is what I mean by you pretend you do not get pay hikes, so that you don't end up misusing your money and maybe not actually doing things or living beyond your means. So with that much, little, or much, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can leave them on the comment section. I'll get back to you. Or also you can chime in and add more of your points. Feel free to add points, to ask anything, so that you can help each other to learn. And that's what I wanted to share for today. You should always pay yourself, because most of the time many other people who get the money and focus on the expenses they have or the needs they have, and they rarely actually pay themselves. It's good now we tackle such issues so that we can be able to be better people in terms of financially, and be able to accumulate more money, because money is a good thing well used well. I will continue doing this more of this kind of tasks. You make sure you subscribe to my channel. Actually, make sure to comment, leave a like, follow up, because I'll be doing a lot of this, guys. And that's all for today. And I hope you're blessed and you've learned a thing or two on how to pay yourself first whenever you make that dollar, or the greens. That's how they call them. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I'm Miss 𝐷𝐿𝐾254 in all social media accounts. That is Facebook, Twitter, which is X, TikTok, Instagram, and yours truly, YouTube. But continue supporting me more here. And like I said in the beginning, watch, and pay yourself. Pay yourself, guys. Till next time, I love you so much, guys. Mwah, mwah. Deuces.